Мы скажем всем здравствуйте. Мы на канале Формула любви. You can say hi to my love.
Hello.
See? Can't even show you. Привет.
Привет.
Привет, как дела?
Как дела?
Мы плывем на горизонт. Do you know what that means?
На горизонт.
Мы плывем means we swim, we paddle, we swim. Плывем на горизонт. You know what горизонт means?
No.
Горизонт, what does it sound like?
Горизонт.
Горизонт,
Горизонт.
horizon. We swim to horizon. Мы плывем и поем обо всем хорошем, и улыбку свою мы даем прохожим. It says we swim and we sing about everything beautiful, and we give our smile to everyone around us. Если в сердце не найдем, I forgot how it goes. Мы и улыбку свою мы даем прохожим. Если в сердце чужом не найдем ответа, if we don't find the answer in someone's heart, that little trouble we're gonna survive. Неприятность эту мы переживем. Literally, that's how it says it. It's funny. Like that little hardship we're gonna survive if someone doesn't smile back. Высоко в небесах ярко солнце светит. It's a kid's song. High up in the sky, the sun is shining. Да чего ж хорошо жить на белом свете. How beautiful it is to live in this beautiful world. We call it white world or light world. В белом свете. А дальше?
World of light.
Yes, да чего ж на белом свете. Если I forgot. So anyway, so let me ask you. So we are single. Well, we're together. In a way we're not. You looking for another person? Я вот говорю, Рэй, мы вместе вроде, а вроде нет. Ну, бывают у нас некоторые такие экскурсии. We have excursions, explorations with other people. And Ray can only explore me with other people. Something like that. But some people...
You can't be excluded.
Yeah, because you see, when we explore, мы когда эксплорируем, we explore. No, the point is this, and I talk about that. It's actually an interesting subject. What men and women, well, men get it sometimes. Women do not know it, and I don't think you knew it until we met. If a man is intimate with another woman and has a decent relationship with his woman, let's say it's his girlfriend, long term. In other words, let's say he's with her for some years, maybe a year or two, doesn't matter. Может, я говорю, мужчина, год, два, женщина, может, maybe 10, 20 years, maybe it's a wife. I'm saying his main partner. And if he chooses to have a lover, it doesn't matter in this particular example if he's honest or not. That's not the point. The point is, it makes, if the relationship is good, which my wife used to know, and she used to tell me, it makes him desire his partner even more, which most people don't even understand. Do you understand that?
I get that.
But did you know that?
Yeah.
Before we met?
Yeah.
And you encouraged your men to find other partners if they so choose.
I was okay with it.
You were okay, but
With some men. Some men I felt jealous and I wasn't okay.
See, why?
Some men I did.
Why were you jealous?
Because I craved them in an unhealthy way.
And what's that? He craved them in an unhealthy way.
Yeah.
Она говорит, хотела их, ну, crave, да? How do you say crave in Russian? Она их вожделела. That's a big word. Crave them in an unhealthy, нездоровым образом. See, Russian is a beautiful language too. We could say weird shit. Вожделение испытывала, ощущала. So, you crave them in an unhealthy way. And how was that? What kind of way is that?
Loving someone even when they mistreat you.
Любить, loving someone when they mistreat you.
Those were the type of men that I would get jealous, which is
Because you wanted some more shit from them. Oh, no, it does. Because you're programmed to fail. You programmed for abuse. Programmed for hate, conditioned to be hated because you hate yourself. So you find men who will support you in that hatred and will hate you too, because that's how you feel about yourself. So you feel right at home.
Crazy psychology.
It's just like that.
Yeah.
It's all opposite. Now, I learned in rehab. Вытрезвители я много читал. I read a lot. And there's a beautiful phrase, I don't know from where, but I loved it in some alcohol book. Alcohol they write beautiful books about psychology that relates not just to alcohol, it's just general life. Just alcohol is a part of it, doesn't have to be. Problem still remains. Whatever you were drinking for, whatever you were numbing, it's still there unless you fix it. You can remove alcohol, that's good. Все, что болело того, кто пьет, это же анестезия. Alcohol, any drug, by the way, if you actually examine all the drugs, cocaine is a family of lidocaine. It's an anesthetic. Opiates, morphine is a family of opiates. They call it morphine, and that's what heroin is.
Yeah.
It's an opiate. That's a pain medicine. Alcohol is a pain medicine. It numbs pain. It numbs everything. Emotional pain and physical pain. That's why people love it. If something hurts for a few hours, they feel beautiful, euphoric, euphoria у людей. So the point I'm trying to make is that if you don't fix the problem, yes, you take alcohol away, which is good, but problem remains, and you'll be hurt. You're just gonna be sober hurt.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's better than drunk hurt. That's true. Having said that, this is, if you imagine, I've spoken about this, and it's unbelievably easy to understand, and it's unbelievably crazy because we never think like that. If you find yourself in an abusive relationship and you allow yourself to be in it, you accept it. What does that tell you about yourself? How you
don't love yourself.
You love yourself exactly that much, which means you hate yourself and you abuse yourself. So to you, when you're being abused by another, it feels very natural, because that's how you feel too about yourself. So you find a person who will treat you that same way, and it will feel fine. Now, if a person is gonna treat you super nice,
You don't know what
you may like it, but you'll be confused. You say, what the why? It's like it's unusual, and you may run away if you are really, I don't know, some people, because they feel like they have to do the same, and they can't. So they just run. They know they can't match, and they run. But see, this is what happens. The way the book explained it, it said, if the level of your loving yourself is the same as the level of that guy, that's beautiful. That's a working relationship. It seems crazy from outside if the guy's abusing you, but you say, I love him. Well, yeah, that's what you love, abuse, because you abuse yourself internally. Now, if he starts doing worse than that, if it's a little worse, you may tolerate it, you may complain, you may bitch, you may cry, you may go psychiatrist. If it's a little worse, if it's way worse than you yourself abused, guess what you'll do? If it's way worse, if he's abusing you, way worse than even you abuse yourself, what do you think you'll do?
Stay.
Huh?
Stay.
No, you'll leave. You can't take that. You cannot take abuse more than you abuse yourself. It's impossible, because that's too much. Because you cannot tolerate that much abuse. The only abuse you can tolerate is the same abuse you give yourself. So, having said that, it works opposite way too. If he starts treating you better, you will love him. But if it's very, very good, then you feel again uncomfortable, because that's not how you feel. And that's when people start loving each other differently. You love him a lot, he doesn't love you.
The levels of love have to match.
Some at least close. See, that's why I come back to my point. You say you know how to tell if a person is good for you, which is the most important thing, which is what I discuss a lot on this channel. Как сказать, твой человек, не твой. People can curse me, but they're missing a point that I'm trying to make. Люди, которые меня матерят, I don't tell them, I mean, they can continue for all I care. Do I seem to care? No, it's actually amusing me. Look at that boat. So, what I'm trying to say is, the point people are missing with all the curses, they're missing what I'm trying to say. So I'll say it slowly. It's the most important thing to know how you, look at that, it's a nice boat, kind of far away now. It's very important to know how to find your partner, because otherwise you're gonna have a miserable relationship. That's gonna be fun, good sex for maybe a month or so, but once you move in, which most people don't even want to do, because they know subconsciously they don't want a part of that shit. They don't want any part of that relationship. It's too early. I say, bring your son, your daughter. Oh no, we don't know each other. So my point is, you say you know more, and you do know more. And I was talking about me, that I'm happy with the way I filter people, because my filter is, if anything, is too strong. Like a coffee filter. When I put a coffee in a coffee machine, it's so strong that no coffee even goes through. So no заяц не пробежит, волк, there's a fairy tale, there's a guard that's guarding the forest, so even a little hair won't run through. It's a very, very strong filter. So no women, even for lover, you see, I want to find a good lover, just like you. But in 2 years and a half, I found many, but only for a little bit, and then they run. I don't ask them for much. Only ask them to accept the fact that I'll look for someone else. That fucks with them. That messes with them. Yeah, and I know it's difficult. That's why my friends, I won't name names, they don't like that filter, because they end up like me, oftentimes alone. And that's okay. That's when Sadhguru says you don't mix your energies. Oh shit, we are being carried away to the north by the current. It's invisible current. So, how do you feel about that? Do you feel you have a good enough filter that you can, let's say, if you and I, for example, if I have to leave to another city and we have to say goodbye to each other today, do you think you'll be good enough the way you are now?
No, my filter could always use work.
I'm sorry?
My filter could be stronger.
Always.
Yes.
There's no limit to that, because other people see things clearer, and not always, but oftentimes, because they're not clouded by what?
Judgment.
By sex.
Yeah.
They don't want to screw these people. Your mom and dad, when you bring a guy who you hot for, who you wanna undress and jump around them all night, they don't have that. They don't want him undressed. They just see him as a person with a very, hopefully, if they're good, with a very objective lens. Поэтому, back in the day, раньше, во времена ранние, люди, people were required by parents to bring their dates. On a very first date, to bring them home. So I tell people, call your mother, call your father. Like today, I spoke to the daughter of Oksana. Я сегодня говорил с дочерью Оксаны на протяжении how long? An hour, hour and a half? Crazy, long conversation. We were fighting. Мы ругались. Но если я человека, if I consider her to be my future wife or my future woman, doesn't matter. I'll have to, by the way, marry her because she needs papers. That's crazy. That scares me. I don't want to get married again, paper-wise. I don't like papers, because then I need lawyers to if it comes to an end, I need lawyers to cancel the papers, and that's expensive. So I don't like papers. I just like to promise, and then know that I may not like something in a month. I don't have to pay if we grow apart. No, I don't want to be scared and blackmailed. Oh, now you're married, cheaper to keep her. I don't want to feel like that. No, it's not cheaper to keep her. It messes up with your soul, because you're doing it for money, not to lose money now. There was a joke I saw on the internet today. The old guy says to his old woman, he says, honey, you know, look at us. We are millionaires. We have a beautiful mansion. We have a flat screen that's 80 inches like I do. You have a beautiful Mercedes parked, BMW, Bentley, whatever. We own companies. But when we were 50 years ago, when we were 19 years old, we were living in a little shack. We drove a little beat up Volkswagen, rode a bus, had no money, ate at McDonald's when we could, but I fell asleep every night with a 19-year-old beauty. And now I'm falling asleep with a 69-year-old, whatever. So then, you know what she responded? She said, honey, don't worry about it. Go find yourself a 19-year-old beauty, and I'll make sure to bring you back to that little shack with a little black and white TV and beat up Volkswagen and a McDonald's. I'll take care of that one for you. I love that joke. See, I don't like that. So I spoke to the daughter, and she was good. It was unbelievable. She has a certain thing. She doesn't pronounce some letters well in Russian. It's some speech little thing. Nothing. I mean, I hate even the word impediment. If she used it I told her, pretend it to be sexy. You could say something very funny, and it makes you sound sexy if you actually embrace it. Shows people that you actually don't give a fuck. I'm sorry for my language. It doesn't matter. So you have a little speech thing. You could use it as a little imperfection, like Cindy Crawford.
Yeah.
She had that little mole.
Yeah.
People told her to remove it, and someone said, no, don't remove it. It's gonna be your thing.
Right.
It's gonna be, because no one else has it, and it was very sexy.
Right.
I mean, I remember her a lot by that mole.
Yeah.
And she had that mole because it's beautiful. It's who she is. Edgar Allan Poe said once, there is no beauty without some strangeness. Imperfection is what makes things perfect. If everything was the same perfect, that would be no fun. You know, it's like when they say, oh, you're with your guy, your woman, so she farts. It makes you laugh because it's so funny. If you really love her, even her farting makes you laugh, you know? Becomes a cute little joke. So that was nice. We spoke for a long time. How was your morning?
It was good. Spoke to some men that annoyed me.
Spoke to some men that annoyed you. Why did they annoy you?
Because they don't understand why I want to video call them.
Huh? Are you kidding me again?
Yeah.
We back to that nonsense again?
Back to that nonsense.
How far are we?
I don't know.
Not that
Is
far.
this considered half a mile or?
It's probably close to a mile. Yeah, maybe 2/3 of a mile. Because you see how the current is, and the waves are a little bit bigger here.
Yeah.
Oh, sometimes you go out there, the waves are way bigger. It's not the same. And the wind picks up. Things change, like literally from one spot to the next, you're gonna get big waves. Anyway, you know, we spoke well. We spoke beautifully. Мы обсудили важные темы, которые людям могут помочь. Поэтому на канале... А как я палец себе порезал. Надо, когда режете салат, осторожно. До встречи.